Hey everyone, happy Sunday. So Kinetic Games released their first sneak peek of their update for Phasmophobia labeled Progression 2.0. I want to have a quick look at what they've shown us and share some of my opinions with you all. Now, you probably couldn't tell from my content, but I am actually a huge Phasmophobia fan. Like many content creators, Phas was my stomping grounds. It's where I built my now defunct community, and where I was inspired by my friends to stream and create content to begin with. That being said, and some of you will agree, some of you won't, the last few Phas updates have been lacking. Custom difficulty from Tempest, especially randomizing the difficulty, was the most fun I've had with an update for a long time. However, even this patch came with some graphics and effect downgrades that just kind of soiled the mood for a little while. Anyways, the developers have bestowed upon us 2 sneak peeks at the upcoming patch, so let's have a look. First up, let's look at the roadmap they've shared with us. Progression 1.
Leveling 2.0. Rewards overhaul. Equipment upgrades. Prestiges. Evidence overhauls.
Redacted. I'm really excited for Redacted. They listed their roadmap for the next year of development, it looks like, but today we're only going to be looking at what they've shown us for the next patch, which starts an array of item upgrades, raising your total items in game from 20 to 60. Sounds cool, but before we go over that, level resets. They are finally setting everyone back to 0. Reading here, everyone that has played the game before this update will be boosted to Prestige 1, which I can only assume is how all maps are unlocked and being awarded the badge. Now, the badges are going to be displayed on your character's arm, not sure where, maybe the shoulder, maybe the wrist, maybe the weenus. It's just unclear. Looking through these, they do look pretty cool. However, once these are locked in, there's no going back. This is permanent. You have to live with your cringe patch choice for the rest of your natural life. Why would they do that? Give people the options, Dev. Jesus Christ. Alright, moving on to the new toys. First up, the Dots projector, which has been notoriously annoying to deal with in the past. Dots will now reveal the actual ghost instead of that weird football player running through like before. I really like this change, and I think I'll like it even more when they add new ghost models. This will be helpful when trying to figure out if the ghost is, say, in a hallway or a bedroom in one of the roadhouses, or perhaps aid in salt placement, motion sensors, camera placement, etc. Now, the upgrades for the Dots projector. Tier 1 is a laser grid emitting pen flashlight. The Dots flashlight can be carried around and toggled on and off. I can imagine searching a house for dots with this thing and its weak range to lead to some pretty scary encounters. Tier 2 is our regular Dots projector, still sitting on the floor looking like an original Xbox startup screen. However, you can now encourage the ghost to approach the Dots projector by standing next to it. I like this new way to interact with the ghost through Dots. I think that's pretty cool. The Tier 3 Dots projector is another placeable projector that oscillates to scan a room with much longer range. I mean, this looks awesome. From the GIF they posted, it doesn't look like the range quite reaches down the hallway in Tanglewood, so Tier 1 or Tier 2 options might be more viable in larger maps like high school or prison. I think it's really cool that lower tier equipment might still have some use depending on the circumstances. Next up is the thermometer. So cold breath will now appear anytime the temperature is cold enough to cause this, regardless of the ghost. The example the developers used was, it's snowing and the fuse box is off, so you'll find your cold breath anywhere, including the truck. This is going to bring a bit more immersion to the game, as cold breath is a reaction to the weather elements, not just the ghost. You'll still be able to potentially detect the presence of a ghost and freezing temps by seeing your breath in a building that is otherwise warm. However, you will still need a thermometer to confirm that evidence. Alright, on to the thermometer tier upgrades. Tier 1 is your standard house thermometer you probably remember seeing in your grandparents' window. It's a mercury thermometer, so you'll have to stick around in a room a bit longer to get a good reading. Tier 2 is identical to the thermometer we're all used to, however, you now need to activate a reading by holding the use button for 3 seconds. This is to give it a more responsive feel and also give you a more accurate reading than you would get simply running around and watching the temperatures fluctuate. Tier 3 is a direct upgrade to Tier 2. It scans with double the speed, and according to the patch teaser, it gets more accurate with each reading. I'm not really sure what that means. Maybe the more time you spend in a room, the more it dials it in. Maybe it acclimates to the ambient temperature in the home. I'm not really sure. Let me know in the comments what you think that means. Anyways, that's all we have right now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting my hopes up for this patch. I think that these changes look pretty cool. We're long overdue for something really, really fresh in Phasmophobia, and I think they're on to something here. Anyways, that's my unlikable opinion on what I've seen from these updates from the devs, and like I said, I'm excited for it either way. I'm excited to get back into Phas, explore some fresh new stuff, and I'm really looking forward to, based on the roadmap, what they have in store for the future. But that's going to be the end of the video. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.